The path. Growing as English teachers. It just starts.
Once upon a time, a group of students from a wonderful country named Colombia and who had recently graduated from high school decided to study for a bachelor's degree in English at a fantastic, amazing, and excellent university called Luisa Migo. Nevertheless, it seems these students entered this program with all the safety in the world. Many of them had certain demons, beasts, monsters, vampires, villains inside themselves to fight with. However, those dark creatures can be classified as
the demon of the different careers, which made many students think about abandoning this teaching profession. The villain of the economy made students believe that this career was the only thing they could afford. The English monster who only wants to be fed with the language, but when the monster thought about teaching, he disappeared.
The teaching vampire, who really wanted to be a teacher, but when someone taught many bad things about teaching, he killed that person. The beast of language policies, always out of context, making students afraid of the classrooms and seeing education as impossible.
Despite all this, the first semester began, and these students made the decision of their lives by facing all the dark creatures with the superpower of trying. Nonetheless, those students were not alone in the path. They were finding the knights and warriors of light, more known as the teachers. Even they found some friends, classmates, or colleagues who brought them magic and motivation to continue in this profession.
Besides, students also began to feel magic, and this feeling helped them to deal with those evil creatures. Even they started to create weapons to fight, such as poisons made by the theories, methods, and methodologies learned during this first semester. Those poisons had recipes that helped students to know how to teach, but also to know how to learn about themselves, to define their purposes and convictions, and to gradually leave those evil creatures behind. On the other hand, these poisons had an important power in making students see a light in this dark world of competition and ambition.
The crucial part of this adventure was when the students started their practicum. Most of them realized the warriors of light's weight and responsibility. Of course, all the wonderful Spanish, arts, and English teacher masters came to their minds as examples of the teachers they wanted to be. Everyone had selected different places, contexts, and ages. Some students went to public schools, and some others to private ones. There were others that already worked, who had a mix of feelings and experiences, like the comfort by making them see and feel what it was to be like respected and dare to say. But, on the other hand, the school conditions. For all of them, the relationships with the wise masters was different. Some of them were lucky, because the wise masters were comprehensive and supportive. But for the others, the wise masters were not there. The students felt disoriented and without any guidance.
The greatest part was that everyone helped each other in this new chapter. They could share their experience and ask for new ideas. It was a good place to grow up together. During that path, students realized the impact of this career. They could see the importance of education in people and society. That teaching was not only teaching English, it was more than that. They were helping students to reflect about the world and themselves. They felt how the practice had given meaning to their action and how they could help to build a better world, taking action to change the reality. This means education for life.
However, the students started to feel doubts because of the pressure they felt. Emerged questions such as, am I capable? Being a teacher, is it my thing? Do I know how to teach? Will the students understand me? How will the students see me? Do I really want to do this for the rest of my life? Am I good enough? But time after time, little by little, every time they went to each school, they were showing a certain affection about that profession. As soon as they thought, they realized they had to make several and relevant decisions to modify their lives. And they made the decision to stay and to be part of a collective transformation, which is the reason why they began to build themselves as better warriors of light.
Besides their demons and villains, they started to realize that they could slay all these demons, vampires, and monsters. That they can be their own hero, heroes to themselves and heroes to their students. Yeah, it will be hard. The road can be a field of thorns, and those enemies could reappear and make them feel horrible. But still, they could face it. There is only one thing these students are sure of. This is not the end of the road. The unfair government, angry parents, and tough students can be these monsters under our bed that can make our path really hard, can make us cry and quit. But at the end of the day, we will pass through it. We will be the warriors that face these dragons with the shiny shield that will be our love and passion for teaching. We will become the heroes of tomorrow. Furthermore, these students are afraid of finishing the process at the university because they need to begin a new path. Of course, it is understandable that changes can be a challenge, but at the same time, it is a mix of overcoming feelings. But they keep in mind what Benjamin Franklin said: "Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn." These encouraging words will help them to become the ideal teacher.
This has been a hard process, full of love and passion, but the path just started. Sometimes these students feel fear to face the world they are living in, but at the same time, they feel excited to go out to spread knowledge. The heart of these students who will soon be trying to do something meaningful are totally filled with gratitude to all the people who have contributed to their process, to all the families, teachers, and friends who made this possible. A warm hug and heartfelt thanks.